Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Happily Stranded. It has been over 2 years and a lot of things have already happened, incredible things, and we're gonna show you actually what has changed.
And we also are gonna show you what has not changed. And what has not changed is my presence and Sankalp's presence and Ailey's presence since 2 years. And Ravi's also presence. This has not changed. And also the hostel. The hostel's vibe and the heart is still there.
Just the location has changed.
Just a bit.
Little bit.
Slightly.
Yes, we're gonna show you. Okay, let's go to Sankalp. So, Sankalp, tell me or tell us, what did you do the last 2 years? What happened?
Last 2 years was crazy for Indian culture. First COVID hit, and for us it's a good time in the COVID. We had around 55 people from across the globe, different nations, different age group. So first lockdown was fun, which was like around 3 months and all. And for Indian culture, you get these months with so many people. So it's literally what we vision to learn. So we learn what we should learn in 3 years or something. We learned in 3 months, and we were happy that most of the people are still connected, and that's what our purpose was to do in the beginning also. Uh, when I moved from US, I don't want it to start some commercial thing. So when Indian culture as an idea born, it was purely to serve each other, to help each other, to break some community that enjoy it and they know how to live together, to laugh, to eat together. So that's what was the purpose. And in the lockdown, it was amazing. And then lockdown gone, and then people start moving out. Uh, Again, we started. So it was not full flow hostel as a business also. Then the second lockdown came again, and we had that place, previous Indian culture, and we had some agreement for long years. And the owner started constructing a new building in our own premises. So we asked them also how it will happen, what will be happen to the new building. So they said it will be a part of Indian culture and I don't have to worry about it. So we were says it's okay once it's built. But the construction previously agreed to something like 5 rooms, but then they make 2-story building. So all the view of the mountain and the nature, it was all building is there between the view. And the rent previously we were paying something around 220 a month. Even in the lockdown we paid entire rent and we didn't make so much money. So we were on the hope of that, okay, once the lockdown will go, when the business will come back, we will able to survive. So somehow we survived 2 years, and once it's opened again after second lockdown, and the owner started asking 500,000 rupees a month from 220. So for us this was a very hard time because we literally put our soul in that previous property, and we built from scratch that one also, and it took a lot of effort, lot of support, lot of different people who came and give their energy, but we had to leave, so we had no choice. And we left last year August, and then this land happened in this current Indian culture. So we got this land in September last or something, and then we researched how the construction we should do, and we wanted to make it something very fast. So we started construction in November. We arranged some funds, and we had like, okay, in 3 months we'll finish the construction. But this never happens. Life has just different plan, and we tried everything to finish it as fast as we can, but nothing works out. Sometimes we have money, so that we don't have material. Sometimes we have material, we don't have money. Sometimes we have both, then we don't have a labor. Sometimes, so all the three has to come together, and it was a very challenge time. And we started in November, and still we didn't finish entire, but we finished half of the hostel. And at a point we were also like exhausted that how things will shape and how it will go. But once it's finished, now this one, it looks beautiful. And when we saw it, it was like, okay, at least this part we should run now. So let's see, this one we are trying to again build from scratch, hoping again the people will come and they will help us to build again, as a just not a brand Indian culture, as some community where the most important thing is to love and share. And if we can carry that together, I think in next year or in couple of years we're going to build something very amazing again. Yeah, so that was how last 2 year went. It was crazy ride, lot of learnings, lot of experiences, lot of obstacles, struggles on every kind of things. Somehow we through it now. So we started again a new journey.
Okay. Thank you very much for the
Thank you.
explanation and everything. It was really good.
Thank you so
And now we're gonna show you how the hostel is actually looking like.
much. Yeah, let's go, let's go.
So going in, there's like already here the kitchen. And sink. Pretty much everything you need. A little fridge. Oop. Okay, currently closed. Nice. And here the bathroom. Hi. Wow. The toilet. And beautiful shower. Oh, it's really nice. You have a little desk area here, and a wardrobe. So, and going up the staircase. Wait, it's getting a little bit hot up here, but you have this beautiful bed and aircon, very important. But look at that bed. And like, really comfy. Wow. And you have the view here. This is also super awesome. I mean, you can't see the Ganga River, but you can see the mountains from here. That is incredible. So, and here are the other rooms. The beds you might wait. The beds you might remember from the old hostel. Like going in here. Wow. It looks so new. So you have the normal beds. Aircon, very important. Here you have the locker. Very, very spacious. And they give you an extra key, which is very nice. So you have the bathroom. And like us before, you have the toilet. You have this beautiful shower. Oh, it's really nice. In the mirror. Hi! Sink. You put some stuff underneath. All you need. And there's another door. So you go out here, you can see the old hostel. You can spy a little bit on them. Here. This whole building you see there in the back, it didn't exist before. It's completely new. And also here the roof, that's apparently the new yoga hall or something. I'm not sure what they're gonna use it for. But before there was the old yoga hall place. Yeah, and they removed all the colors, everything. It's just one color now, just blue houses. It looks kinda boring. And we rescued the statue Stefan made back in the days. And this is basically more or less the backyard. There are all the new plants already here, but they need to grow, of course. Oh. And there's a lot of free space for artists. So, and from the dorms, when you go further down here, there are the private rooms. They're still being built. They're not finished yet. But we can have a look. So here. So this is gonna be the new kitchen. And here like the private rooms. But as you can see, it's not at all finished yet. But it's gonna look pretty much the same like the other rooms. So and here, which is looking quite messy, there is gonna be a yoga hall and everything. It just needs a bit of time to sort everything out and clean it up. But it's a huge space already, so once it's finished, it's gonna look really, really nice. And right here is the new office building, which is like 5 times the size of the old one. There's already Ilo and Sankalp. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. So there's also like even a little bathroom up here, fridge, everything you need. Do you want to say something?
Fan.
Yeah. It's a little bit hot.
And it's remote control fan.
Remote, yeah, you can switch it off, but you will never do it.
Very fancy.
Basically, it's on and that
It's
day.
fancy now. Hostel
You
for
can
the
sleep
place,
even
but
in office. Remember previous office? There was no
Yeah.
space to sleep.
Yeah, it's at least 5 times bigger, no? Yeah. Incredible. So, and from the office, when you go up here, you have like a really nice spacious sitting area and the entrance. It's also not completely finished yet, but you can see more or less how it's gonna look like. Here. Now it's a really nice big space. And here, Ali and Ilo, they painted the wall already here with the Indian Culture logo. It's really beautiful. Nice. So here's the new entrance. And like here was the old one. You can see this is the very small office they had before. The small reception. Compared to this now, it's very much different. But it was basically the same way. So you can see here there's not the Indian Culture logo anymore. Now it's the tree house. But basically it's still the same way in. But instead of going there, you have to go here now. So it's a completely different way. So, and this is basically the new hostel. As you can see, many things have changed, many things have been the same. It was quite an interesting journey last 2 years. And you might be wondering what the other guys have actually been up to. So let's just ask them.
Hi, I'm Eli, I'm from Argentina. These last 2 years I was traveling around India. I saw almost all the places in India, and I am in love with my Indian culture family, and I cannot go out. You know, I'm living in Rishikesh for the last year near Indian culture, and now I'm happy to be here in the new hostel.
Namaste. My name is Carolina. I'm from Argentina. I am in India from 2019. Also in the pandemic time, I keep myself in Rishikesh like for 5 months. I live in Indian culture. In this moment I meet with amazing people. I learn a lot about many things. After pandemic time, I keep in Rishikesh. I study yoga for a long time. I'm a yoga teacher. I travel a lot around India. And now I am in Dharamsala, in the Dalai Lama place. I study Buddhist philosophy. I am super happy that I can share it, my experience with you. Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. How are you? I'm Yogi Ravi. Nice to meet you all. Last 2 years is really something. I am where I am because of this stay in the Indian culture. I can say it's a total transformation. What I was 2 years back, what I am today. I'm totally a new person, or I can say I'm just the presence, not person anymore. So I know no pain, no limitation. I'm just happy and peace, that's all.
Hello Indian Culture family, Sophia here. So the last 2 years has been life-changing for me. I started travelling at the start of 2020 and gave up life in London as I knew it. Obviously then the lockdown happened and Indian Culture Hostel, and it was the most life-changing thing that ever happened to me. It really highlighted wants versus needs, convenience versus inconvenience, and what that does for our happiness. And after the lockdown I travelled around India for another 6 months. Unfortunately lockdown take 2 was coming around December, and I thought I can't do this again, so I went home for a year and went back to the life in London that I'd left. Hated it, couldn't do it. So at the start of 2022, I quit my job exactly a year in and took off for Europe. I've been then volunteering around Europe for 6 months from January to July time. I also went camping for 6 weeks in Scotland with Helen, who was also at Indian Culture. And then I went home for a few weeks and couldn't do it. So I've recently booked a flight to Peru, and now I'm in Lake Titicaca in Peru, which is the highest navigable lake in the world. Next, we'll be heading to Machu Picchu and then on to Ecuador, Colombia, and basically we'll see from there. Anyway, love to all the family. Hope to see you all again one day soon. See ya.
So guys, quick check-in. Since India, it feels like I haven't stopped. Lockdown 2, France, Spain, Italy, craziness, backpacking, came back, decided getting too old for this lark. So I went and got myself a little camper van. Here she is, Snail, that's our house. Here she is. And I went off for 6 months and lived in Snail. It was a brilliant, brilliant adventure all around Scotland. And next I'm going to Canada on a one-way ticket. So hopefully I'm going to meet up with some of you soon. Let's see what happens.
Namaste. Jai Hind. Bum bum bolanat. Kaseo. My name is Kevin. I can't remember the terminology, but there's a terminology out there. After you spend so much time in India, you really miss it. And that's very true. It holds a very, very deep place in my heart. I was fortunate enough to be there over just before COVID. Had a beautiful motorcycle and a guitar. Didn't book anything when I landed, had no plans. Yeah. Didn't know what was going to be soon yet discovered on the way. 2 years go by very fast. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. All very deep and beautiful. A lot of beautiful families out there. Friends, connections. Diving deep into creativity, the self, the inner fears, drama, love. All the emotions were there. Resembles the chaoticness of India, but yet the ever so stillness. What a beautiful place. So many things to discover. It takes a lifetime to maybe even discover the slightest of what India is. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back one day. But for now, as much as I did not want to leave, politics pushed me out. Everything was so worth it. To all of my family over there, whoever sees this, I love you very dearly. Namaste. Much love, guys.
Hi, Stefan here. In the last 2 years, it's been completely wild. I've been travelling around the world following prophetic dreams. This is what took me into Indian culture in the first place. It's been wild adventure. I've been opening up my soul, opening up my heart, following my dreams in every sense. I'm now working as a vocal sound healer in Guatemala. And I'm performing with music and spiritual ceremonial music.
Hello. So, what have I been doing for the last 2 years? Most significantly, Lila and I have moved into Helen's house, and that has a big garden, lots more space, lots of outdoor. It's really lovely, and it's allowed me to quit my full-time 6-day-a-week job. One thing I really realised in lockdown is I quite like free time, leisure time, things like that, and being able to go places and do things. So I have 6 months of the year where I work, 6 months of the year where I don't. This is my work, by the way, right next to the marshes, loads and loads of outdoorsness. What else have I done? Grown my hair. I've had one haircut since we're in lockdown. And what else has happened? Oh, I'm still doing yoga all the time. Not all the time, but regularly enough that I can feel the benefit of it. And I've spent a little bit of time traveling around the UK last winter, and this coming winter hoping to head to South America, and many more journeys and trips after that. Can't wait to see what the rest of you are up to.
Hello family, this is Kata. What happened to me in the last 2 years? I grew my hair, as you can see. I still have Mirka's undercut though. And after I came back home from Rishikesh in August 2020, I started to cycle in Europe. I cycled to Greece, where I spent my second lockdown, which was really beautiful because I was just living on the beach. And then I came back to Austria and had like a normal life, worked in hospital and stuff. And now I am starting a community farming project here in Austria. Yeah, we're a group of people and we just bought a farm with some land. This is part of it. And some forest and some ponds and some fruit trees, and it's really beautiful here, and we're all very excited for it. And yes, a very warm invitation for every one of you who is happening to be in Central Europe and wants to come by. We have space for people, and I would be very happy to meet you again. Yes. Bye bye.
Hey, Marcel here. So what about me? What happened to me in the past 3 years? So mostly I spent different lockdowns in France. But once all of this was over, I started traveling again. Like as you can see in the video, I also went back to India to actually make this one new video. Just really cool. Also right now I'm actually on the island of Crete in Greece, in Heraklion. Like I'm actually right at the harbor. Behind me here you can see like the Venetian fortress, and there is the harbor and the city. So I'm spending the month here. It's also really hot, like 21 degrees right now, and it's December, which is really weird. But that's nice, and yeah, I just continue traveling and see what will happen.